Hey there, how's it going? Your favorite disembodied hand here. Today I was rummaging through some old junk of mine and I found this bad boy right here. This is a new 2DS XL that is damaged, and I tried to do a housing swap on, and it's a varying success. I mean, you can see that it's not perfect. It used to be the purple and gray housing, and I wanted to switch it to the black and turquoise. It's all right, but there's more issues than just the housing and the missing battery. This little cable right up here, which I'll show a close-up of on the screen here, is completely destroyed. Like, the ZIF connector's gone and the end piece of the cable itself is missing. So that's not good. And basically what happens is whenever this is disconnected, when you try to power the thing on, it just, the blue light comes on, and then the speaker will just pop, and then it will stop trying to boot, and then it will just, light will go off. It's done. I know for a fact that this cable's the problem, because if I press and hold the cable to the pads, then it will boot up just fine, but the second I let it go, it stops booting. So I know that's the problem. So basically, I thought it would be fun to take a look at this thing in a video and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. I started that process off camera, so you don't get to see everything I did, but I mean, you don't really miss anything. I pretty much started, left to go eat some food, and then came back and continued, and that's where I started recording, so you don't miss a lot of stuff. But yeah, thanks ahead of time for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if and you want, and be sure to let me know if this is something you're interested in. I'm definitely interested in making more videos like this, but this could end up being my most boring video on the channel, so if that's the case, I don't know if I'll continue with it, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see. Enjoy the video. So right here we got this ZIF connector that completely just removed itself from the board at some point, and this isn't my doing. I got this thing destroyed, and I'm not 100% sure what this cable even is. So what I'm attempting to do, and I know that this is the problem. Okay, so how I know this right here is the issue is I've gotten the pads here to make connection with these pads here, and then the DS would power on. But as soon as that got disconnected, it would just turn off, and it won't boot on without that. What I'm attempting to do right here is solder these janked up cables. Maybe I can make it better. Yeah, see these janked up cables? I'm trying to solder these to this. This is really hard because I don't have a microscope. I'm literally using my iPhone camera to see up close. And I mean, that only works so well. So I'm gonna keep trying to use this. And hopefully I can get something done with that. What I'm gonna do first is, because I've literally been sitting here soldering on this thing for the past several minutes, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit and maybe we can start fresh. The big issue is, like, I finally got my soldering iron. I've had this soldering iron and this soldering set, and here, maybe I can show it to you. I've had this soldering kit right here for a couple years now. I mean, it's got a heat gun on it. It's got the soldering iron right down here. I mean, it's very, very useful and it's very nice, but I just haven't had a chance to use it really since I moved. But then I was bored today and remembered that I had this 2DS that doesn't work and I would love to get it to work. So I was like, you know what? I've been watching a lot of soldering videos recently. I want to take another crack at this. And I've made some decent progress, like in terms of, getting this thing working. And what I mean by that, I made some decent progress in just getting the solder pads tinted here and making sure that they're ready to go. Ever since I got this soldering iron and this soldering kit, I've had a lot of issues getting it to a proper temperature where it's, happy and warm, and it actually transfers solder well. Oop. See, that's what we don't want. We don't want all of that. Try and... The struggle bus just started, guys. So, we're gonna try and get this thing working. Okay, see, those are nice and pillowy. That's really nice. They could be better, but the reality is I'm not gonna use this thing a whole lot. I really just want it to work. So, whatever. So now the big thing is that I kind of need to have all of these pins separated. So let me put my iron down and get another pair of tweezers. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to separate these guys out so that I can, frickin' solder them down efficiently. And and maybe they don't break. I would love if they didn't break. The rough thing is here is I don't have any solder mask. So like, I'm just hoping and praying that these don't touch each other when I go to connect them, because that would suck. So those are kind of separated now. And so what I'm gonna do, and I'm not kidding when I say I'm looking through my iPhone camera right now that's recording this video, because what else am I gonna do? What I want to do is I want to grab this guy. Okay, this guy right here. And maybe even what I tried to do last time, what I'm going to try and do again. So I'm going to hold him still, and then these guys, I just kind of want to bend upwards and out of the way. Like, the only one I want to be down is the one that I'm actively working with. So if I can just bend these guys up and out of the way, maybe it'll work out. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I've literally been sitting here fighting with this thing for probably about an hour now, if not longer than that. So who knows if this is gonna work. I'm hoping it's gonna work. So we're gonna take him up here. Let's see if I can. All right, that's a good start actually. Although I will put a disclaimer here. This is my second attempt. The first time, the one that I'm grabbing right now came disconnected, so obviously I didn't solder them well enough the first time, but I think I bridged the solder there. And now we have to restart. When I tell you that this thing's been a struggle bus since I've started messing with it again, like, that isn't an exaggeration. Freaking, I just tinted the pad again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe what I need to do then is add some solder to the tip of my iron. And then when I press it down, it can receive the new solder and mix it with the solder that's already on the pad. That worked great. Okay, hold up. One down. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the iron now. Let me put this out as a disclaimer. This is not a tutorial of any kind. I just, thought it would be fun to make a video like this. I thought about doing like live streams where I fix stuff like this. This is not at all a best practices tutorial. This is a, I have nothing to lose and I just kind of want to see if this will work type deal. So, I mean, you're more than welcome to try this if you have something with the same problem, but it is not like I'm actively recommending this as a solution. What you should do, did I just freaking, oh my gosh, I bridged it again. Oh my gosh. Frick, get out of here. I've never claimed to be particularly great at soldering, because I'm not. Okay, come on. Obviously that's just a holding pad for the actual ZIF connector that in reality I should just buy again. But the issue is this guy's destroyed already, so like whatever, I'm gonna go buy a whole other ZIF connector for that. I mean, it's not even gonna it wouldn't even, it can't even plug in anymore. So there's no point. Like either do it this way or I don't do it at all. And again, more out of morbid curiosity than like an actual, hey, this is a good way to do this, because this is, if you've taken anything away from the past couple of minutes, it's that this is beyond a good way to do it. It is in fact a horrible way to do this, because it is just a nightmare. I'm trying to be gentle with this. You see how shaky I freaking am, dude? Tell you what, it doesn't make this job any easier. Clean the freaking tweezers off, maybe. Oh my, please just stick. Please. All I want is you to get some solder. Oh, well, that's the issue. Freaking picked up the wrong tweezers when I went to clean off the iron and then picked up tweezers. I picked up the wrong ones. Okay, we're on the right ones now. Let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, I want to clean that guy up and make sure that he's not bridged, which is really hard to tell right now. Okay, I don't think he's bridged. I think he's fine. Oh man. Vote down in the comments. Is this thing gonna turn on after this? I mean, like, really? Is this thing gonna turn on? It's hard to tell. Because there's a good chance that my last time working on this just made it like 1,000 times worse and I didn't remember because like I did not check it before I started working on it here today. And so this thing could already be borked and I just not have any idea. Holy frick! The solder's not moving anymore, guys. We gotta flex it up in here. Oh, this stuff is like freaking welded shut. I was just using it. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think I can see a clear separation there, so we should still be fine. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of solder here. A little baby bit. Okay. If you guys love the terrible quality of this video, comment down in the description how much you love the quality of this video. Okay, see, that was way too much extra solder. So just tin the pads with that and clear them off. All right. Goodness gracious, look how destroyed this thing is up here. Oh man, it's gonna be a miracle if this thing turns on. Freak, oh! That's hilarious. It's attached. Okay. We got one more. The flux makes it so slippery. Okay. They're all attached. Like I said, I really don't know if this thing's gonna power on at all. I mean, this is disgusting in every freaking sense. What I'll do is I'll clean it up a little bit with some alcohol. And then, I mean, frick, I mean, from there we just test it, you know? I mean, what else are we gonna do? It's like, man, I wish I had some solder mask right now. Do a little poke check. I mean, it seems like it's attached to me. Who knows? I mean, we might be good. So okay, that's where that is. This is the battery for it, and as you can see, it is not a happy guy, but it's the only battery I have. So I guess for testing purposes, it should be fine. I've had batteries explode in my hand before. It's not fun, but you know what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So we're just gonna shove that bad boy in there. I need to go get a charger. I'll be back. It's a freaking tangled mess. Oh. All right, here we go. I'm really scared, a little bit, honestly, so. I mean, granted it was doing that before, so that's not like anything like new per se, but let me see if I can get this stupid thing open. All right, so here it is. Let's see if he turns on and stays on. Oh, that could be bad. Oh no. Oh no, dude. Frick. That is not what I anticipated happening. Shoot. Does it need something that it's not seeing? Oh, here. Give me just a second. It could totally be that it needs like the cameras and the speaker for it to turn on, but that might not be the case because this speaker is broken. But you know, we might as well try it and see if that's what gets it working. This camera's a nightmare to install, by the way. If you wanted to watch me install it right, you're sorely mistaken, because that's just not going to happen. Kind of check it underneath and close that latch, and then the speaker cable, I believe it's on this side. Yes, sir. Frick, dude, come on. There we go. All right, so those are installed now. So what I'm gonna try and do is plug it in and see if it'll power on now. Okay. This is such a cobbled together mess, dude. Oh my goodness. But hey, we're getting an charging indicator light. All right, let's see. Oh no. Oh wait. The screen's turned on. Guys, it's working. It's working. Oh, dude, that's disgusting. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, frick, dude. I mean, okay. For some reason, the power indicator light doesn't work at all. That's all it is. The power indicator doesn't work. Oh wait, no, that's a charging indicator. The power indicator doesn't work at all. I don't know what that necessarily means for this guy's existence, but I think personally, I'll be able to live with that. So let's try to snap it back together and see if we can get this thing kind of looking decent somewhat. That is just a horrifying fix, isn't it? But it worked. So what I really want to do now is I want to tuck this cable back up underneath. I don't want this to be exposed like that. So, but I also don't want to remove the board, right? Because I just got that guy, you know, set to where he's not going to be too much of a problem. All right, guys, you can hate me all you want. I'm about to do a big tech bro no-no. So this is, well, I would say this is tech bro no-no number 1, but I mean, like, freaking, you know, who's to say really how many sins I've committed already? But what I'm going to try and do, instead of strenuously removing the board and without trying to break that, you know, beautiful connection we just made, instead I'm going to try and just forcefully separate the board from its housing and then tuck the cable up underneath. You know, I think, yeah, those cables have, those wires have enough give via the flex to where it's not really going to bother it so much. So if I can lift up the board and just tuck everything up underneath there, that's kind of my goal. So wait a minute, I think I see what the issue might be, and maybe it's easier to fix than I'm thinking. So maybe what we can do, what it looks like is what I thought, talk you through my thought process here. I had thought by looking at this that these would stay with the palm rest, I guess you could say, in laptop terms. And then this goes up behind these as like little teeth that hold this in place. But what it looks like actually is that this cable, there's a rivet right here that it goes into. So I wonder if we can remove this plastic piece here and then just stuff it down there without taking everything apart. I wonder. Oh, W, okay. That should work just fine. Yeah, okay, so you can see, well, not via this video quality, but up underneath these little pieces, there's little rivets to where you can stuff this cable in. So that is exactly where that's supposed to go. So let's see if we can get this in place. A lot of it is I'm trying to watch through the camera POV to make sure that you guys can see. But unfortunately, I think the reality is that I need to make sure I'm doing it right before I make sure you guys can see. So sucks to be you, but I gotta make sure I'm actually doing my freaking job right. This is some cheap housing I got off of like AliExpress. So that's part of the reason I'm sure that this fits just as well as OJ's glove does. Definitely part of the problem is that this is a piece of garbage. Freaking dang, dude! What do we force it? That always tends to work well. This is a nightmare. Like, this is so freaking annoying. And I've worked on a lot of annoying stuff. All right, this isn't like the worst thing I've worked on, but it is definitely a nuisance. Sorry, I'm gonna take it off screen real quick, sorry. Okay, wait, I think it's exactly where it needs to be. I'm gonna screw it together. I don't know. That doesn't look super flush to me. Ah, man. What if I just leave this bracket out? Like, what is this, just a spacer? Oh, you know what it actually probably is? Probably retains some of the clips for the bottom so that it can attach properly. It's probably exactly what it does. A big issue with this is I have no idea what that bracket looked like before I started destroying it. So there's really no telling if I'm doing this right or not, other than just, you know, people knowing better. But I figure if I can get it in place right now, at least, then I won't have to worry about it later. Because I'm gonna have to replace this battery, right? This battery cannot stay in here. So maybe I'll go pick up a battery tomorrow or something from a local game store and try to get this sorted out. Okay, so now I wonder if I can put this thing together. I don't have any screws for it, so, you know, whatever. But I, at the very least, would like to get it somewhat in a functional state. What's that? You wanted a competent repair tutorials? Sorry, that is not the place. This is not the place for that. Now, don't get me wrong. My seven-ish years in actual retail repair environment should like aid me here, but you know, get the speaker cable put in, and then we should be good. All right, can we get this thing somewhat cobbled together as a coherent console and not just the mess that it currently is? That battery is putting a lot of pressure on this thing to not go together. And on top of that, that is just a mess. But okay, let's see. Frick, okay. We're gonna see if it still turns on. It's nearly dead. Well, that's kind of a power indicator, I guess, but I mean, that light going off could be an indication that the battery's kaput, so let's plug up some charge to it. Oh man. You guys hear that right there? Listen. Here, take a better listen. That pop means that it stopped working. That's the exact issue that it's had from the start. Did we ruin the good job that I did on the soldering? Maybe pushing the case onto it like forced all the wires to, you know, kind of close up on themselves, and which forced them to fold over. If the soldering job is still there, then you know, at the very least we can semi-salvage it. But if the soldering job is ruined, I don't know if I want to go through it again. Like, I've made it clear that I don't really plan on using this thing as a daily driving device. So, you know, if this thing freaking doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. But I would love for it to work. I mean, it looks like they're all intact, so that's good. And in fact, it even kind of looks like they're not like touching, and maybe these two are touching. I mean, all things considered, they look all right. Not great, but all right. All right, so my other phone died that I was recording the video with, so now I have to switch to this phone, which is probably not going to be as good, but I don't think this is going to run much longer anyway, so I mean, we should be fine. All right, so yeah, trying to turn it on now. Let's see if it works. Okay, so it definitely doesn't work without what, probably the camera hardware, right? Because like I said, one of the speakers is missing off this thing anyway, so there's no way that it's the speakers that it wants. So what if let's just take the camera hardware out and just plug it up to that and see what it does. So, you know, right now, all I want to do is verify that the work that I did is still good. And then when I get the new battery, you know, we can figure out a solution to getting the, to putting it back together. So for now, we just have the cameras hanging out. Should be fine if my assumption that it wants to detect the camera hardware is correct. Then this should be all it needs. All right, so we got the camera. Well, now it's not powering on at all. I mean, it's not even trying. You know, it just occurred to me that I am plugging and unplugging things in this device with the battery just kind of still chilling in the device, which, you know, that's a tech bro no-no as well. I mean, what could it freaking possibly be? There's no way that it's like itching to have its speaker installed, right? All right, we have the cameras hooked up loosely and we have the speaker hooked up loosely. Let's see if it gives us life. Okay. Oh, well, it would help if we had the battery hooked up, wouldn't it? Because it definitely ain't getting us anything without that. Nintendo DSs require that their batteries be hooked up at all times in order to function. All right, let's see. No, it's giving the same thing. Okay, so... Man. What we're looking at then is possibly, like, more damage being done to the freaking thing that I soldered. It's not impossible, right? Like, it's totally possible that got damaged when I was trying to forcefully squeeze the case onto it, right? Not at all an impossibility. It's just kind of stupid, you know? And here, I was actually, like, anticipating a triumphant win for this video. But I think we're gonna have to end on a loss here today, guys. We tried valiantly, I would say, but this excursion has to come to an end with a bad ending, unfortunately. I just don't have much more time to dedicate to this at this very moment. I just, you know, had a free moment and I was interested in seeing if I could get something working here, but obviously that's not the case. We're gonna take the pillow out so that way it can't cause any damage to anyone. So that'll be going in the trash. Yeah, let me know what you think about this. Like I said, I've wanted to do some videos like this or live streams. I think a live stream makes more sense because then I can just chip away at a project while, you know, talking to myself, which is what I'm already doing for this. But yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, just let me know. I definitely like this kind of stuff, and I have tons of other little projects I can do that I would be excited to do a video of, so just let me know. And yeah, that's about it for now. No triumph today, only sadness.